So in this episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, this couple went on and they matched. After you go on the show, you're supposed to go on a date and see where things goes. So they went back to their respective cities, and she flew in to see this guy and brought her 14-year-old child to the date. And what happened would blow your mind. So let's watch this video and react to it.
Host Arlette, and we are joined here today by Greg and Karma. Welcome, you two. How are you feeling?
Hey.
Good. Good. How are you, Greg?
Good. I'm good.
That's great. So we had the both of you on episode 81 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. So I'm gonna ask my final question now to the two of you. Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
We got a match! I'll take the mic. Go ahead and get your lady. Make some noise for that lady!
Okay, so it looks like so far that was a great match.
Since you guys ended up matching, did you go on a date?
Yeah, can anybody answer that?
Yeah. Either one of you, jump right in.
Yeah, we did. So after the show concluded, we talked over the phone for a few days, and then Karma flew into Chicago.
Okay.
Probably within I would say probably after about 7 days. It wasn't that long after the show. And it was downhill from there.
Okay, what happened? Tell us, we want to know.
Well, for me, it was like just several things. The first thing was like she was flying into, so she flew into Chicago, obviously, because that's where I'm from, and she was being very, I guess, cryptic would be the right word, or I don't know, guarded about like when she was coming in, the time she was coming in. She didn't really let me know anything. She just told me the day, and I was like, okay, well, what time? And so she didn't really let me know until I knew the day.
Listen, you've already lost the lady if you mashed and she's supposed to come see you and you don't have control over her logistics, where she's staying. You don't know when she's flying in. You have no grip over her whatsoever. She belongs to somebody else. Somebody else has her heart. Like, I can already tell where this is going. Like, if someone is coming to see you, if someone is coming to see me, I know their safety is my concern, so I have to be involved in every aspect of them flying in to see me. You know, I want to know the time you're coming in, you fly, what, every step of the way, because I have to take responsibility for it. And the fact that he had no idea, yeah, just lets me know.
But I guess she had other plans. I don't know. So that I ended up meeting her the first night at a restaurant in Chicago that her friend had taken her to. Might I add, also, she did bring her 14-year-old daughter with her.
What the fuck?
Kind of odd, but I guess I understood it because school was out. But nevertheless, her friend, who was a guy, brought her to the club, or to the restaurant, I'm sorry. It was a club that night because it was after set. And we met up there. We talked for a bit. And then we left. I dropped her off at her guy friend's house. I have to keep reiterating guy friend's house. And that's where she was staying at for her duration. We ended up talking on the phone a little bit while she was there. And then the next night, she told me that they were going to, well, she asked me if I wanted to go to a comedy show. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, where's the comedy show at? This and then she didn't know. And I think it was because, well, it was because her guy friend set this up. It's because he was going to see someone up there. And so we went to the comedy show with, it was Karma, myself, the guy friend, and her daughter. We went there, saw the comedy show, and after that, we parted ways again. I asked her if she wanted to come over, but she said she wasn't. I think she wasn't comfortable leaving her daughter with the guy friend. I don't know. I think that's what she said. But anyway, she was supposed to link up with me one of the nights that she was there. She had told me that, oh, I'm going to cook for you. So I had went to the grocery store and like brought all these like ingredients and things because I wanted to cook, and that never happened. And then towards the end, the first thing there, when I stopped talking to her, she told me she was in a bad mood because I kept trying to hang out with her for a couple days after that, and she was in a bad mood because her ex was, I guess, antagonizing her, and I was telling her like, why don't you just block him? You know, like why would you even entertain your ex? And like, I just don't understand that. Like, if we're supposed to be exploring each other, like why are you even entertaining him? And that had her in a bad mood. And then her phone got shut off, and she was telling me that she couldn't pay her phone bill because something was wrong with her, I don't know, her business account. She said she couldn't pay it from her. She was having an issue paying it from her business.
That's already a bad sign already. Can't pay your phone bill, I'm out of here. We just met. Like, I have no responsibility taking care of your phone bill. What are you talking about?
Like, how are you talking to me? And she's like, oh, I'm on the Wi-Fi. And I was like, okay. That was odd to me. And then that's the truth, Karma. Come on now, you know that.
Hey, look, I'm letting you talk. Go
I'm not
ahead. I'm
making
gonna say my
anything
piece.
up. And so after that, I just pretty much was like, checked out at that point. And she was telling me like that she was sad that I didn't check on her or see how she was going.
If you are going to see a potential partner that you are going to potentially date, why not leave the kid with the ex, or leave the kid with your grandma, with your mom or something, you know, instead of bringing the kid into a situation and letting your kid or daughter meet this young man that you just met and you have no idea where this relationship is going to go.
But what you really want me to do, because like some people need space when they're going through things, but she told me no, and I'm like, okay, well, I gave her the advice that I had, which was concerning her ex. And I was like, you just don't need to entertain him, just block him, don't talk to him. And I really felt some way about that, because I'm like, why am I talking to you about your ex? Like, I don't even, you know what I mean? I don't have those issues, and I don't want to have to even navigate with you through that. Everybody should take care of themselves, especially during the dating phase. Like, and it has nothing to do with being a provider, but you don't belong to me and I don't belong to you. Like, I don't, as far as that's concerned, I don't. So we had some, a few talks about that, but overall it was a no for me. It was just like an epic fail. And so
Now you.
We did not go on a date. We went on a group excursion, right? For me, I said we should go out to the side, but they decided to all stay together because they were like, oh, well, why did we come out together if we weren't going to stay together? But in my mind, we're supposed to be getting to know each other. I paid for my own food because I wasn't drinking alcohol, and I had some mac and cheese. I paid for my own food. When I ended up leaving, because I didn't want to stay out all night, he was leaving at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something because his flight was at 5. I didn't feel like it was respectful to be going to my friend's house at like 3 or 4 in the morning or whatever. So I left around 12 o'clock. When I left, he walked me to my friend's husband picked me up, and he was like, why is your friend's husband picking you up? I said, well, he's just being courteous. I don't know anyone here. He's dropping me off, etc. So I leaned in, I gave him a little peck, and he basically was like, what is that? He's like, oh, you can come and you can stay with me. You don't have to go. And he was staying at the Motel 6.
My guy, what you doing? What you doing staying at a Motel 6? That already sets bad precedence, okay? That already sets a standard. Like, why are you staying at a Motel 6? You don't want to communicate that you're a cheap stay. Come on, man. Come on. That's Airbnb. There's cheaper alternatives that will make you look a little bit better than a Motel 6. Everybody knows Motel 6 are not the best places people go to stay at. Why? And why would you even communicate that?
So I'm like, I'm definitely not going to no Motel 6 because we already know what timing that was on. When he got back to Chicago, when I got home, I texted him and I was like, made it home. Or I don't know, I think I like sent a heart or something. He never responded. And he did tell me, because Beyonce said, don't share numbers, don't exchange information with the other castmates. And that's exactly what he did. And he even told me when I left, because there was no communication after I left from Fat Tuesdays or wherever we were. When I had to check in with him to ask him, hey, did you make it back to Chicago safely? Because he never responded to my text. And then he proceeded to tell me how he was basically with Rudy and she was rubbing all on his back, having several different types of conversations. So boom, within the week, I felt like our communication was really off. And I think I made it very clear that consistency and communication are two things that are really important to me, especially in the courting phase. Now, when we started talking, he would be like, oh, I'm going to the gym with my sister. I'll call you when I'm done. But he would never call me back. So that kind of became a thing. And of course, I'm like, hey, you keep saying you're gonna call me back. Are you dating someone else? Like, what's going on? Now, I thought that I was doing something sweet by buying a ticket and flying out to Chicago to kind of surprise him. I'm not about to go and stay at no man's house because I already know I'm gonna buy my own ticket and I'm gonna have somewhere to stay if I'm trying to get to know you. Because we already know that if I go to his house, it's not gonna be, oh yeah, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna be sleeping in the bed with you. And we already know, yeah, we are both adults, but I went to Chicago so that I could try to get to know this man. My best friend that lives out there in Chicago, I've never been to Chicago. And he was like, oh yeah, you're not coming to see me. Why else would I be going to Chicago? And the thing that really threw me off was the fact that he lied about his career. And it really upset me because if he would have told me what he actually does.
Wait, what a second. He lied about his career? What did he lie about? Oh man, this is taking so many twists and turns. I have no idea. He lied about his career. Okay, let's see what.
Said, I'm a chef and I was like some OnlyFans or dancer or something. It wouldn't fly, right? So boom, I go to Chicago. My friend DJ is at Jerk Villa. So we stopped at Jerk Villa because while I was up there, I was going to be working at that restaurant. He comes over and meets me at Jerk Villa. And he brought his cousin. So I'm literally sitting there like this with nobody to talk to. And he's just engaging with his friend. I mean, his cousin. So I was like, damn, did you come to see me? Or did you, or are you here with him? So, boom, this was the first night. He drops me off to my friend's house where my daughter was there. And I did bring my daughter because she's never been in snow and it's the holidays, right? Thanksgiving. And if I'm getting to know someone, I was thinking, I want to surprise him and but he took it as, oh, you're coming out there to see someone else. You're not coming to see me. And we basically fought through that because I really was trying to make this thing, with us work. So he dropped me to my friend's house. He knows where it is. The next night I said, we're going to a comedy show. He got to meet my daughter and my best friend. My best friend was there seeing a girl that was actually a comedian. So I don't understand why he's trying to make it seem like I was out there with some man.
The double standard is crazy. So you bring your daughter, you bring your friend, He brings his cousin and it's an issue. Women can never take what they say ever. Like, it's an issue. You want him to bring himself and be present, bring his whole self, and shower you with all the attention, all the attention from your guy friend and this potential date. And he brings his cousin and it's a problem.
Because every night are you coming home with me? The first night, are you coming with me? I said, no, I want to get my daughter settled in. The second night, are you coming home with me? I said, no, because it's supposed to be snowed in. Like, so I don't want to be stuck with this guy. And I told him specifically, I said, I didn't really think it through because I know that you're going to want to spend time with me. However, you know that my daughter's there. Fortunately, his daughter wasn't around because she went out of town. So we didn't have to balance him spending time with his daughter and me spending time with my daughter.
Man, he better have a better response to this because he's getting cooked here. First of all, you talk bad about women, call them bitches. You lied about your job. He better have a good response to this, or else he's gonna get cooked in the chat. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Man, I just have a feeling my dude is gonna get cooked. Use me as a I'm not surprised button, cause what in the who else knew this was going to be toxic? Bringing your child, especially daughter, on your first date is wildly inappropriate. That's true.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Did you have anything in response you want to say? I saw you making a couple faces.
Yeah, for a fact. Because number one, so much. Number one, she's a liar. She's lying about several things. And I'll start. Number one, I did not tell the truth about my profession. So I'm a police officer. And people have reservations about police officers, right? So when I came to the show, I was like, man, I don't want to say that because, we know the state of America and the state of policing and how people feel about police in America, right? And so,
you're right, but you lied.
And so, I did not. And
you did.
I felt like, oh man, they're going to pop the balloons, right? Like all the balloons. So, and you have to let me speak. You can't talk. I didn't talk when you were talking. So I did. However, what she's not saying is this. I told her that immediately after the show, when we matched, we went out to dinner. All of us did as a group. And I immediately told her, I said, hey, before we get started, I want to tell you right now, like I made that up on police officer. And I said it because of X, Y, and Z. And then she was like, oh, okay, I understand. I got it. Boom, boom. So it's a lie that you didn't know and you would have never came to Chicago.
I wouldn't have. I would have never been at dinner with you. I would have never been there.
Karma, I told you Karma, didn't I tell you at dinner? Yes or no?
Yes, I would have popped my balloon on you. I would pop my balloon.
So Karma, my question
Do you not understand
he's
what I'm
saying,
saying?
hold on, Greg, 1 second. So he's saying he told you that same night that you guys matched. However, you still ended up going to Chicago to meet up with him. He's saying, like, if that was a deal breaker for you, why did you?
Anything you used in the court of relationship will be used against you. So if you later on found out that this guy is a cop, it means you must have still been interested to some degree, because why did you find out after the fact and still want to see him? I don't think my man here, I think maybe 2-3 years ago, if he had said he's a cop, people would have their reservations. But a black cop, I think people have a little bit more empathy towards black cops, and I don't think people have necessarily popped on him. But I do get why he didn't want to say what his profession was on the show, because some people, they are not going to be, very enthusiastic about that. Okay, and he wanted to better his chances, essentially, because this is a dating show. You want to go there and you want to go find love, so I can see why he would manipulate the truth a little bit. I think what should have happened was, he said the first week of December, and she was there for 2 weeks. That means she went on Tuesday. That Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 2 days before Thanksgiving. That means, she must have well spent a couple of days into the first week, or the second week she stayed there was in the first week of December. I think they should have communicated a little bit better. Probably meet during that first week instead of trying to squish everything in during the Thanksgiving break when everything was chaotic. And things would have probably gone. It looks like this was toxic from the beginning. It was toxic in the first place. I would say personally, if you don't have kids, don't deal with women that have kids, because it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a lot going on, especially women with kids. It's going to be a lot going on. And it looks like my man here has kids too, but it looks like they may be a little bit grown. So he might be moving a little bit different than a single mom of a 14-year-old daughter. And what she should have done was to find a babysitter or something. So are you telling me that everywhere you go, your daughter gotta come? And even if you had to bring your daughter with you to Chicago, where you were going to be living for 14 days, at least they should have planned a little bit better. Get an Airbnb or something. I don't know. Figure something out, because you just make dating harder for you if you have to bring your daughter everywhere to your dating potential. And, there's no room to get to know each other. There's no room to talk to your potential partner. There's no room there, because you obviously have a daughter. You obviously have something from your past relationship that is right in front of everybody. So it wasn't gonna create a good dynamic to connect. And it looks like there's still issues with X. The whole thing is a mess. I would say this: I'm scared to go on these dating shows, because it might look good on paper whilst you're there, but I'm scared to see who I'm going to match with. But of course, you don't have to follow up with the obligation of dating the person you match with, but you never know who you're going to match with. You find out later on, after matching with someone, that there's a lot more to them than they let on, they express. So I think when you go on these shows, right afterwards, you should go on a date right away. And this is it, guys. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like this video. And I'll continue. There will be an encouragement to continue to make this stuff.